Nick on Learning, narration by Jessica Wicks.
Being in the college atmosphere, the university atmosphere, I came in thinking that you go in, you get your degree, and you get a job. It doesn't work that way. I found that. Anything to put you one step ahead of the game, any bit of knowledge, it's going to do nothing but help. So now I always try to excel in everything I do. Many are there just for a grade, many just trying to finish coursework, but I really am there to learn. I definitely have a love of learning now, if say you want to say it like that.
Here's Nick getting geeked about technology.
There are so many sources to engage in learning, and there are so many different ways that you can learn, especially with the emergence of new technologies. And the internet has just opened up so many doors to new ideas that you would never previously have thought of. I got out of my way, go to the library, find the book, find the spot in that book that I wanted to learn about. And now it's simply going to a search bar and typing it in. And it's there, so it makes it so much easier. And that it has a flexibility so that you can learn one topic, but then many sub-branches.
Historically, Nick gets a little overexcited.
There's many different things in history I'm interested in. I got on a computer and for no reason read for 2 hours about the communist revolution and the Cuban Revolution and Fidel Castro. For the knowledge to stick with me, any application in real life I have found is the absolute greatest way for me to retain it. When I am in a boring situation with an instructor, say, just giving a lecture word for word, it's hard to sit and actually enjoy or try to retain everything that is said. So to try to get through it, I'll try to incorporate what they're saying to my everyday life, which is sometimes hard, but any way you can do it to retain what's being said, go for it.
Tell us what you really think, Nick.
For me, dry ways of learning are, for one lecture, 2 slides, PowerPoints, word-for-word lectures, reading slides. For me to really learn and want to engage, I've got to be in a creative atmosphere, but it's conversation, research, collaboration, and it just makes my time within the classroom so much better.
Nick's instructor gets passionate.
When Lucy came in, she just came in running and screaming, and just everybody's blown away. She comes in, she's full of energy, spunk, jokes, and she really gets everybody in the classroom to communicate with each other so that you know everybody on a first-name basis. And that type of atmosphere just makes it so much easier to learn. I still communicate with 5 people from that class actively, and it's been over a year.
He's a self-made man.
We should probably avoid that one. They don't really.
The world exposes itself to a young, impressionable Nick.
After high school, I had the opportunity to travel, live abroad, and it really, being open up to those new cultures and different ways of thinking, different ways of doing things, it really gained my interest. I have always had an interest in World War II. So last summer, I had the opportunity to go to Germany and do a trip around Berlin. And I did a tour, and many of the things that they stated during the tour, I had already known. But then they also added on so many additions to what I already knew, and then it just really gained my interest so much more. It might sound dry, but I actually do like business-oriented topics. Everything in business just rivets me and it excites me. Something that I learned recently is probably, a certain friend of mine said once the BP stock is down to $10, he's buying, and ever since then it sparked my interest, so I've been watching it fluctuate, go up and down. Just out of future times if I ever wish to get into the stock market.
How do you motivate budding young philosophers like Nick?
What motivates me to keep learning is my future, to get a step ahead of everybody else in my field, to have that one bit of knowledge that the next person doesn't have that could possibly land me that big job.
You're the best, Nick. Do you have anything to add?
I like that little smile.